everyone, Will here from Mature Metagamers, and today we'll be doing a Kickstarter preview for Skyrise from Roxley Games. Roxley Games does some fantastic games such as Santorini and Steampunk Rally, and a little game that I'm sure a lot of you have heard of called Brass. A very popular game. Actually, all three of those pretty popular, so I'm kind of looking forward to this one based on what I'm seeing here as far as like how the game looks and everything. So let's get started by taking a look at the video that they've released on their Kickstarter page. So without further ado.
Had I not created my whole world, I would certainly have died in other people's. The canvas is ready. I will return with 4 savants, masters of their craft, ready to leave their legacy on my great metropolis in the sky. Floating clay, waiting to be sculpted at the hands of the greatest visionaries of our time. Antonio Santellia, the futurist architect. Vera Muhina, queen of Soviet sculpture. Fritz Lang, the expressionist master of darkness. And Tamara Lempicka, the Art Deco baroness with a brush. Let us build this future together. Skyrise is an accessible 2 to 4 player game of patience, deduction, and scarcity for players who enjoy tight gameplay and tough decisions. Designed and developed by Roxley, Skyrise is a brand new game inspired by Sebastian Pochon's 2008 SDJ recommended Metropolis. Like Metropolis, Skyrise features a brilliant spatial auction mechanism where players create a chain of adjacent bids until the highest bidder constructs their building. Skyrise will have you fully enthralled as you quickly realize the strategic importance of every bid made with your scarce supply of buildings. Gain prestige to become the city's greatest visionary. Win the favor of philosophers, naturalists, artists, and inventors to increase the value of your buildings in their neighborhoods. Create works for famous patrons, deduce whose commissions offer the most prestige, and keep it secret from your opponents. Reach for the stars by constructing the tallest buildings on each island. Build magnificent wonders whose special abilities dramatically affect your strategy. Team Roxley loves Skyrise. Even after years of development and refinement, we are still excited to play it every single time it hits the table. Help us build Skyrise together and receive the deluxe edition featuring 5 intricately sculpted 3D islands, 52 beautifully detailed building miniatures, 4 visionary boards, 30 alluring objective cards, heaps of tokens in an elegant drawstring bag, stored all together in a package designed to actually fit on your shelf and make setup a snap. Skyrise, a game of auctioning and artistic egos. Now on Kickstarter.
Alright everybody, I think that video kind of spoke for itself as far as what this game is all about, how it looks and everything, and I really got to say those 3D sculpts really pop out on the table for me, and I think this game is going to be utterly fantastic. Roxley makes some fantastic games, fantastic close decision, close call games, and I think this one is going to be no different. So let's start off by looking at the board again on their Kickstarter page here. Man, that just looks awesome. I think the art looks absolutely fantastic. I like the different characters, how they're different as far as like their ideology, as far as like with their style of building and everything. Other than that, they seem to be pretty much the same, really just different colors. And I'm wondering if there's going to be any variability in the different factions, or excuse me, the different artists, if you will. I wonder if there's going to be any variable powers that they're going to have. But 2 to 4 players, 30 to 75 minutes, so an hour to an hour 15. I think that's probably when it comes to like analysis paralysis. Noticing that there is no single player, and I'm okay with that. I don't really know how they do an auction game, which is single player, but I am curious on if it's going to be 2 player, whether you're only going to play with 2 of these quadrants here. And if you're doing 4 player, then that's when you set up all four. I'm not sure, and I'd like to. I'm probably gonna have to skim through the rule book here, but just I kind of like to go into these kind of games kind of blind, just based on what I see from the Kickstarter, and kind of what they tell me about it, and that's gonna give me my decision whether I'm gonna back it. But I'm just game curious on that one little thing. If 2 players gonna play on two, 3 players three, 4 players four. So ages 14 and up, so there's probably quite a bit of maybe some hurt feelings when you get outbid, I guess. Maybe a little bit more mature gamers. We're gonna be able to enjoy this one. So let's look at the different package and pledge levels. You're looking at the Essentials Edition for 49 US dollars. This one here, you're going to get the wooden version of all the buildings. Other than that, it's going to be the same game you get here in the collectors. But I got to say, for $25 for all of the buildings and the island itself to be in 3D and like more of like a three-dimensional. Yes, it is three-dimensional in the essentials, but more of the actually designed and sculpted buildings variability, I think is well worth it. I think if you're even contemplating getting this game, I can't imagine why you wouldn't go ahead and just pick up the collector's edition. I mean, the artistic and the look, the table presence of this game with this board and the 3D islands and 3D buildings just looks absolutely amazing. And I think $25 is well, excuse me, 26 is well worth it for me. So this is a game that this is a game company that has released quite a few good games: Dice Throne, Steampunk Rally, Santorini Brass, Radlands. Some well-regarded games. Santorini being one of my favorite games. Steampunk Rally, we played Fusion actually, and that was so much fun. And I loved how playing that and how different it was than any other racing game I've ever played. And I like what they do with games, and I like their component qualities. As far as like how this one works, we're looking at an auction and build system. Each round, players create a chain of adjacent bids using a limited supply of structures until the winning bid is constructed. So it's ever changing and engaging. You got faction discs. By building a constructed building, you collect the disc present in that neighborhood. Collecting a color disc increases your favor with the philosopher's yellow, naturalist green, artist white, and inventor's brown. Each faction will increase the prestige value of all the structures in the neighborhoods at the end of the game, so probably giving you more victory points. Patron discs give you secret amount of prestige. When collecting one, you may peek at the corresponding patron hex to see how much every disc of that letter is worth. Interesting. And then Skyrise is played over 2 eras. At the start of the second era, you will gain access to more powerful structures, one of which is your Visionary's Wonder. Your Wonder automatically wins an auction when played. It also provides a powerful scoring ability that you choose at the start of Era 2. Your chosen ability dramatically affects your strategy from game to game, so a little bit of variability there, which is going to be good. So every game is just going to feel the same and end up playing with the same way to win every time. So it gives you some replayability. And you've got objectives you're trying to reach. You reach for the stars, strengthen the tallest building in each island to gain prestige. Fulfill this and other secret and public objectives that will differ from one game to the next. Again, more variability, gaining the most prestige to win and becoming the city's greatest visionary. You got some gameplay review here from Board Game Coffee. You've got some fantastic looking photos on their page. I think they did a real good job with the layout and everything. I like the GIFs as far as like with like the setup here. So the visionaries or the different players you can use are Fritz Lang, a film director. You got Vera Mokina, is a Soviet sculptor and painter. You've got Antonio Santelia, is an Italian architect and key member of the Futurist movement. And Tamara Lepica is a Polish painter and spent her life working in France and the United States. So very cool, very cool. You've got Board Game Review from Board Game Company Review. And you've got some more pictures here, which is great. You got the Essentials Edition breakdown for 49 bucks. Again, you get the 4 visionary boards, you get the 5 modular island boards, the sky board itself, which is the main board. You've got 1 island control board, 4 secret objective cards. I wonder if they're going to release more secret objectives. 5 panorama objective cards. Get 20 wonders cards, 4 prestige markers, 4 wooden wonders, 48 wooden player buildings. You got the drawstring cloth bag. You got discs and tokens, metal key to the city. that's actually really cool. I think that's really neat looking. That's the Kickstarter exclusive there, so I do think that actually looks neat. So for the collector's edition, you get the 3D center island, you get the 3D outer islands, the slate gray miniatures, you get 13 of those, 13 brick red miniatures, 13 sandstone, and 13 patina. You also get a colored vac tray insert. So unlock funding quests, 4 tall tower alternatives, upgrade bag, 4 wooden patron tokens, dual layer player boards. I love dual layer player boards. I like when things, if they get bumped, you don't have to worry about them, especially in a game where you're going to be covering up things. Backing with a buddy, you get 20% off the second copy when you pledge, saving you both money, and it looks like you actually could save on shipping as well. Add-ons that they have, they got pre-wash miniatures for $18 for all 52 towers, as well as the 5 3D island frames. Okay, for only for 18 bucks, that's not bad at all. Especially if you're not much of a miniatures painter, and a wash can do some amazing things and make board game components, three-dimensional ones at that, really pop and really stand out. You get some wooden token packs for 10 bucks. 10 bucks for 60 custom colored wooden tokens. That's not bad at all. Not bad one bit, not for $10. You got a Tatcham House playthrough. We got funding quests. We got the metal key and coin. That was their first at 100,000. 125 was the wooden patron tokens. The 175 was alternate tall sculpts. You got number 4 was the dual layer player boards. Number 5, upgraded bag quality. Number 6, custom color insert. I could care less what color it is. I'm not sure if it was just saying, hey, we're going to give you a custom at spot number 6. But I don't care if it's sky blue or black. As far as what color the insert is, it doesn't bother me. It's just going to hold my components. You can download the rule book right now to be able to flip through it, which is always wonderful when companies are so proud of their game and so ready to share it with the world, especially on the Kickstarter page, that they want you to take a look at the book. Make sure this is something that's going to be for you and your gaming group, and definitely something I always recommend when companies have them on their Kickstarter page is take a look at it before you pledge yourselves. Get the full review from Heavy Cardboard. Talks about why backing now at a discounted price, deluxe components, early delivery, direct support, exclusive key. So here we go. Here's one of the most important topics on here is shipping. So Zone 1, which is China, Hong Kong, Macau, and USA, only $9. And the most expensive is $25 for anywhere from $9 to $25 for shipping for this. So actually, that's not too shabby. Looks like you could save a couple bucks when you, again, when I was talking about before, when you get the second game for if you and your buddy go in on it, then you both can save on shipping and get the discount. But I don't know. Like, is this worth it to you? Like, do you? I, if my buddy's gonna back the game, I always just let him know. You know what? Just go ahead and get it. I don't worry too much about saving $2 or $3. Um, but 20% off of a $75 game, that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's $14 right there. That's the shipping cost. You split that between you and your friend. Basically you're getting shipping for free and you're both putting in $75. That's not bad. So basically you get free shipping when you and your friend go in on one. So especially for the collector's edition. Some countries obviously have VAT and taxes, so make sure you know about that. They talk about their timeline here, looking at delivery between June and July of 2023. So the Kickstarter will end, then Planage Manager, then pre-press completed, manufacturing complete, freight to parts, product rise and fulfillment. That's not a long time frame. It sounds like to me they've already got this ready to go. They're just really saying, hey, before we actually manufacture this thing, we want, we need to raise some money. And I can respect that, especially in today's environment and everything. A turnaround time of 12 months isn't bad, especially from, hey, give us enough time to collect our funds, get the pledge manager open. So if you want to give you people enough time to order some more, and then, getting it out to people, and then probably a holiday of 2023, this hitting the retail environment. And more than likely they're shooting at a Gen Con 2023 release for this, to be quite honest with you. And that's when I can probably expect really this to be a big thing. Roxley is a big presence at Gen Con, and a place that I always love visiting, one of the booths there. They have, and again, back to Roxley, some awards and accolades for Brass, Radland, Santorini, Steampunk, and Metropolis. And this game is very, I guess, from everything I've read so far, inspired by Metropolis. And I think if you are a fan of Metropolis, there's no reason not to go ahead and back this game. So lots of people involved in there. I think they've done an outstanding job with setting up this Kickstarter page. And I think it's definitely something that I am going to go ahead and back the collector's edition. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Is this something you're going to do? Are you going to back it, and why? And if you're not going to back it, I'd also like to hear why. But all right, everybody, this has been Will from Mature Minded Gamers doing a Kickstarter preview for Skyrise from Roxley Games. And, join us on our Discord. If you like what you see here, go ahead and maybe even drop a couple dollars in on the Patreon every month. We'd really appreciate your support. Provides, games and sponsorship on our Discord. So, and if you haven't joined our Discord, man, there's no reason not to. You get early access to some of the reviews and stuff that we do, as well as we do giveaways for games once every month or so. But all right, everybody, this has been Will. Everyone, stay safe and take care.